Hello, in this presentation we're going to review the control account plans, which is related to the previous presentation about the air value system management implementation. So the first question is when to define the CAP, the control account plans. So on these videos we are highly connected with the AACE framework, and we should mention that the WBS is defined in the step 7.1, and the control account plan should be the or is an entrance to this to the to the process of project control plan implementation, which is 8.1. If we focus in 8.1, we can see here is develop control accounts as one of the process of the project control plan implementation. On this review, we're gonna have some um, references to papers that explain how a control that try to explain a control account besides what we've been discussing in the past. So on this research document, cost and schedule control integration issues and needs, it is said that managing a construction process is impossible without a plan and a control system. A control system collects actual data on a project schedule, cost, and resource use, compares existing progress to the planned schedule to highlight potential problem areas needing special attention, and makes decisions based on analysis results. So a control account is the intersection between the OBS and BWBS. It is clear from the picture that, for example, concrete could be the control account. No, the words of concrete could have a control account related to the people who is gonna complete that work. But also maybe in this example, which is a building, I guess so, is split in 6 floors. You should have concrete as well in other floor, and the people who's gonna deliver that work is gonna be the same team. So the same control account is applicable to that work. And this other research paper is integrate cost and schedule control in the Korean construction industry based on a modified work packaging model. Again, so you have cost in one side and a schedule on the other side. So the schedule is related to the network activity, and cost is related to the uh, value that comes from the estimate file through a budget to a cost. So there is a correlation between the cost and the schedule, but as is explaining on this paper, the relation is not necessarily one-to-one. So what it's trying to telling us is that the EV calculations are performed at a higher level than the activity network allocated in our schedule tool, which could be Primavera P6. In this other picture, it explains how the cost and schedule integration is performed. So the BWBS, which is related with the subdivision of a project into package of work, should be related in somehow to the activities in cost. The information coming from a schedule could come from a schedule, uh, Microsoft project, or Primavera. In this other paper called Research and Implementation of a Web-based Project Cost Integrated Management System in China, it is correlate how it could be the concentration of cost in a cost data, the materials information through a system is gonna correlate with the performance of a earned value system. On this chapter, we can in this picture we can see how the cost breakdown structure is correlated with different topics such as the bill of quantity, the estimator, the forecasting, the measure and payments of works, and also the materials and the schedule. This other paper mentioned the comparison of owner and contractor perspective in establishing cost control structure. And this table, for example, we could see that the information has come in a first project overall level, then at junior level, and then on the phase we have engineering, procurement, construction, and other And then the subphases could be the engineering split in basic engineering, detail engineering, procurement engineering, and the construction could be split in other different phases. The importance here is also like the differentiation of direct costs and indirect costs. Direct costs is everything related with the construction itself, like material, people, or plant. Indirect costs are head office, indirect permits, site facilities, running costs, financial costs, and other. On this other document, the effectiveness of implementation activity-based costing technique on cost control function and performance of construction projects highlight the difference between CBS and BWS and how they should be always correlated. Finally, getting to our topic, how do we uh, set up a project code of accounts? So we got this recommended practice from AACE, which is a 20-year 98 project code of accounts. Here says that the standard of shared code of accounts facilitate cost management, activate such an internal and external benchmarking, estimating, bid or estimate evaluation, and general communication of cost information. So it provides an example how a cost code of accounts should be established. Um, there is some numbers here on the beginning of the code, which could be related to the project, but the main area is this uh, area highlighted in yellow, which is the account itself. And you could put other numbers after this code referring to specific considerations. The AAC also provides some examples, such as 21 and 103, which are code of accounts for a specific industry, such as engineering, procurement, and construction industry, and the mining industry. On this table, we can see, for example, which are the categories for these codes, such as concrete, and in the right, we might find a description of what this code represents. For example, concrete include all cast-in-place concrete as well precast items, and for structural steel, equipment, and electrical services. Coming to the end, we also could find information on this book called the Engineer's Cost Handbook, which provides a CSI Master Format Division Code. And we could be familiar with this structure because it's a general division of codes such as concrete, metal, finish, maybe mechanical and electrical need to have a different account. Finally, I would like to highlight this picture, which is presented in the NASA Handbook and Value Management Integration Implementation book. And here is a flow how the WBS is related with the estimator file, this base of estimating, and also with a scheduling tool such as Microsoft Project in this case. And we have an value tool which gets dates from the scheduling tool, it gets budget from the estimate file, it gets actual cost from the financial system, it got forecast from a spreadsheet maybe, and then it process all this information and submit and present EV analysis and reporting.